109 miles to Capitol Reef. I had to pull over and throw a bunch of snow at the windshield because the windshield wiper fluid is frozen solid. It's about 20 degrees out now. Kind of funny is taking Route 12 was gonna give me a view of Escalante and the Grand Staircase, which reminds me of Angel's Landing. There's snow coming in here. It wasn't supposed to be, but you can see the flurry starting over here. The Grand Staircase is right in front of me, but not seeing much of that. But very, very neat little curvy drive. This would be great in the summer on a motorcycle. That's actually it right there. I don't know if the clouds are gonna break while I'm coming down off of this mountain. But it is really something in the pictures I've seen, and I don't know if this road is going to wind. I would hope not, otherwise I doubt the road is going to be as clear and salted like it is here. I'm about 80 miles from Capitol Reef. Keep on trekking. Oh, sun's coming out over there, but it is looking horrid that way. About 65 miles from Torrey, outside of Capitol Reefs, and you can see this snow front that is just massive in front of me, which there was no report of, and I'm driving right into it on Route 12 here. Lots of unexpected happenings in Utah this time of year, which is pretty normal according to locals. It's crazy. It's clear as can be, beautiful blue sky, and then just boom, weather. I think I've driven the worst part of 12 that I was warned about. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully I don't have any delays or issues getting out this way. Not to fart around here much because still not past all this snow going on, but I was coming down the mountain there and I looked over, and let me climb up here, and this is what I see. Unbelievable. Snow, no. But I'm presuming I'm gonna work around here and then down this road, and I'll be going out that way. But what a spectacular view out here. Down the way through that canyon from where I was pointing down, this is kind of another view of the scenery around me. There's a house down there, and I'm assuming I'm gonna end up down the middle of that canyon next. What an amazing road though, just going through all these rocks. Gorgeous. Quite a change of scenery. I'm outside of Boulder, Utah, which is called the Land of Trees. I'm starting to understand why. Trees every which way you look. This is in the Dixie National Forest, which is a pretty large, expansive forest. Climbing further up in the mountains, and it's just more and more snow. The roads are still looking good. About 32 miles out of Torrey in Capitol Reef. It's funny, you're going up and down and curving around so much and having to slow down so frequently that it just seems like you should be where you're trying to get a lot more quickly, but that is not the case. I have never been anywhere where the scenery changes so quickly, with the changes in elevation and the snowfall, which is all cool and doable, except I have gone about 60 miles with no cell service. And this is the first slush snow buildup I've seen on the roads, and I'm just climbing here. And it's getting colder. It's a view out my right window. Alright, here at last, Capitol Reef National Park. Honestly, this was the one park I was the least excited about until I came from over there down in this way. It is just, the colors are spectacular. You know, I was most impressed with rock colors in Sedona, Arizona, and this towers over Sedona. This is just ridiculous. So, gonna make my way down into the park. Checked in at the Broken Spur. Folks are real nice there. Definitely recommend anyone coming to Torrey or Capitol Reef, check them out. They closed their steakhouse in October for the winter. They do offer a huge, like, cowboy kind of breakfast. That was the main reason I chose to stay there. trying to pick places with breakfast every morning, make life easier. And it was funny, even though it's Christmas, most of these gas stations and convenience stores have been open from Bryce all the way over here, and I pull into Torrey and everything is closed. So they were like, oh, no sweat, we're gonna make you supper. Sounds good to me. I haven't eaten much of anything all day. So here we are, coming into the park. I'm pretty sure the visitor center is closed here as well. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can get a park cancellation. If there's an entrance gate. So we will find out. Scenery is just breathtaking. Beautiful red rocks. No snow down this way, but I'm sure I'll see some through the park. If I decide I can't live without that cancellation, I probably stop through here tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a pretty full day going east to Arches and Canyonlands, but I might try to swing back in here. I'm only like 3-4 miles from my hotel, so the first stop you come into the park is Chimney Rock. That is right in front of us here. Trailhead is right over here. Because I have probably the most limited amount of time in Capitol Reef, you can see most of what's going on from the road, so I may do a little hiking here, but it is such a long expanse from one end of the park to the other. I want to try to drive it all while it's So the second stop here is the castle, which is this right here, as notated by the helpful sign right there, the castle. Very cool. More unusual things about Capitol Reef is for such rocky terrain. There are naturally occurring fruit orchards here that were started by settlers years ago. This is the petroglyphs pull-off. Not sure how well we're gonna see here. Let's walk out a little bit more. Oh yeah. Right up here, you can kind of make out some there and over here. I'm assuming there was a rock face built up where they could have actually reached the surface to make them. This is Fruta, and the little building over there is the Fruta schoolhouse. Not very big. So this is the Hickman Bridge trailhead, just before Capitol Dome. And now coming into view is Capitol Dome out there in the distance. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. And there's Capitol Dome. Neat trail. Lots of natural staircases with some man-made ones in between. Better view of Capitol Dome there. Starting to lose my natural light. It's kind of funny, there's a warning in the park: naturally stacked or by folks over time, stacked rocks are referred to as cairns. And there's a lot of postings around the park asking folks not to create their own. Driving out the other scenic route from Capitol Dome where I was before. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. The sun's starting to set, and a beautiful glow on all these rock faces. So here's another one of my grand ideas, off-roading the Mitsubishi Mirage. Hey, it's not my car, right? This is pretty sweet. Awesome. I'm out. Looks like there's a protected bat area, kind of like we have in Cuyahoga Valley there too. so cool. I mean, it's from flash flooding has just created the neatest patterns in the rock faces, and this is what some of the scenery I would imagine would look like over at Zion in the on the subway trail that the Virgin River runs through, that you can hike, but you wouldn't want to do it in cold weather because you're going to get wet. Look at that. All kinds of different shapes and patterns. Somewhere back here is supposed to be Cassidy Arch. Not exactly sure where. Okay, what's this? Oh. Well, that's funny because it said a half a mile or a third of a mile, which I've come at least that and have seen no arch. And didn't think I was going very far, so I left my coat in the car. But it is getting rapidly cooler, as it does in the desert. Oh, so I am nowhere near Cassidy Arch. Nice. Well, this is cool anyway. Yeah, this is working its way up, and I think I'm ready to go down. I'm just cold. Well, washed with all the rocks. It really feels like, you know, this was the bottom of the ocean and all the water went. And with all the cool formations that the high pressure flash flooding has caused on the rocks, it is pretty sweet. I would love to just go hike that right now, but it is super cold. It's funny, it was high 40s at least when I got to Torrey. Most of the snow's melted, but down this canyon, as the sun falls, it's getting into the 20s. It is freaking cold. This is where we start moving east through the state and really get into cougar country. I'll have to get a picture of it at the hotel. They have one mounted in a ferocious position behind the counter. It was actually roaming around the hotel. But this is the perfect layout for mountain lions. So I'm about to start making my way out of Capitol Reef here. There's that cool this cool road that goes right up against the rock face here. Spectacular park. Not as big as I thought it was. I mean, plenty to see, and more to see than if I had more time to do some hiking. You could probably spend a couple days here too.